Hi, ma'am. Good morning. You're Mrs. Cruz? My
Yes.
name is Sergeant First Class Scott Seymour. I'm with the Army and Army Reserve Recruiting Command.
Oh, hi.
Miguel, your son, he invited me out to your home today so that we could talk about some of his options.
Okay, all right, come on in.
Thank you so much.
Miguel!
Miguel, how you doing?
Hey, Sergeant Seymour. Hey, thank you for coming.
Thanks for having me out to your home.
Hi.
Thanks for having me out to your home.
Yeah, that's
You
my
came from
pleasure.
upstairs. Where were you hanging out?
Oh, I was just in my room. I got these computers that I work on for my, some for me, some for my friends. I like kind of putting them together. A little bit of gaming, a little bit of, just helping out my friends that don't have like the money to take them to a shop. I try to figure out what's wrong with them.
Okay, yeah. That is a emerging field out in the world today. You have a hobby in that. Do you intend to do something you'd mentioned on the phone?
Yeah.
You wanted to go to college for something like that.
Yes, I do. Actually, I want to go get my degree, like on something just general at first, but then later on to kind of be specific on computers and just so I can work on them as much as I can and I don't know. People need computers. They're always going to need computers. So.
There's so many technologies merging into all different facets of the world right now, and I think that's a smart move. And fortunately, you have a true interest in it, a passion for it as well. So that's great. Let me go over why I'm here and what we're going to be speaking about today.
Okay.
So, like I said, I'm with the Army and Army Reserve. We're career counselors, recruiters out in different parts of the world. And I'm here with you today to talk about the different options and programs that are available within the Army and Army Reserve that you might not know are available to you, and how they might be able to help you achieve your goals in your life and what you want to do. All right.
Okay.
So I'm going to share with you a lot of information about the Army and Army Reserve, as well as I'm going to get some information from you to qualify you on the different things that you might be able to do in the Army. All right, so we're gonna educate ourselves about the Army, and then you're gonna share with me some stuff about you. Okay?
Okay.
Does that sound good?
Yeah, it sounds good. So the Army is possible to do the things that I want to do. I mean,
Absolutely.
because I have no idea.
There's a lot of. Not everyone in the Army is all about going and fighting bad guys. There's many different facets. The Army is a very large organization, and the Army has many different opportunities in it, okay? We're a professional organization. And the Army has a code of ethics, much like a doctor or a lawyer, different rules of engagements that we live by. And we are proud of that fact. We are a professional organization that represents this country and the communities that we come from appropriately. Okay. And let me tell you a little bit about my story, first off, and how I joined the Army, all right? So I'm not originally from Kentucky, I'm from Connecticut. And I grew up raised by a single mother, and I was in high school, much like you are, a senior, and I started thinking, what am I gonna do with my life when high school's over? I'm sure you've thought about that as well, right?
Yes, yes.
And college education is important, is it not?
Yeah, it's very important. My mom has been pushing me to that, forever, because she's also a single parent. So.
And if the Army could help you provide with some of the means to pay for that college, wouldn't that be a great thing?
Yeah, definitely, it would be a great thing.
And we're going to talk about that in a little bit. Now, when I had to decide about college, I had a sports scholarship for soccer to go to the University of Connecticut. However, I was a little intimidated because my family wasn't very well off. All right, we didn't have a nice home like this or anything. Your mom and you got a beautiful home, but I was intimidated of going to college and how I was going to pay for it. A lot of that stuff was overwhelming for me as a young 18-year-old, going out into the world, away from my mother. I wasn't really sure. So I started to explore other options, and when I started educating myself about the Army, and I went and talked to my recruiter about the Army, there were so many benefits and stuff that interest me, okay? And we're going to get into that, all right?
I like that.
All right, so Miguel, at this time, we're going to go over the pre-qualification to determine your eligibility to serve in the United States Army and Army Reserve. Does that sound good?
Yeah, sounds good. I didn't know. I thought everybody could serve, but that's fine.
Not like you would think. You know,
Okay.
we that's why I'm here sitting talking to you. We look for the best of the best out there to be able to join our team, okay?
all
First,
right.
I want to show you something. This is called Privacy Act Statement. The Privacy Act in 1974, if you're not familiar with it, is that we don't share your information with third parties. Your information that you're going to share with me today is just going to be used on the need to know for processing you should you decide to join the Army and Army Reserve today. Does that sound good to you?
Okay.
Do you have
All
any
right.
questions about that?
No, this is just for the information that we're gonna.
We're not signing you up for anything today.
Oh,
This is
okay.
just so that you understand the information you're going to give me
Okay.
is.
That's fine.
All right, you can sign right there.
There
Thank
go.
you.
All right.
So, Miguel,
Yes.
what is your birthday?
My birthday is September 10th,
Mhm.
1997.
All right, so you're 18 years old.
Yes, sir.
All right, you're going to turn 19 this year.
Yeah, yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Are you registered to vote?
I am not registered to vote.
That's something
yet.
that I can actually help you with. If you're interested in that at a
Okay.
later time, I
Yeah.
can help take care of you of that. We were able to register you to vote.
All right,
Have you
cool.
signed up with Selective Service?
I got something when I went to my guidance counselor to fill out some of the forms for like financial aid and whatnot, and they're like, well, to get this, you got to be registered on this. So
Yeah, so every male over a certain age has to sign up with Selective Service, and I can help you with that as well to
Okay.
ensure through the website that you are properly signed up.
okay, all right.
And where were you born, Miguel?
I was born in Puerto Rico, San Juan.
San Juan?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What age did you move here?
I moved over with my mom when I was 8.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right. And now, I asked you to bring a member on the phone when I talked to you about this appointment to bring your Social Security card and your driver's license. Do you have that with you?
Yeah, I got it.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to get your driver's license information to ensure that you are in fact have a driver's license that can qualify you for different types of fields in the Army.
Okay.
All right, as well as with your Social Security number, I'm going to annotate that, and again, that's just for purposes of processing for you for the military, for the Army, and also I'm going to verify your name is spelled properly. So it's McGill. How do you pronounce the middle name?
Angel.
Okay. Cruz. Okay. All right, thank you for that.
All right,
You
you're
need
welcome.
to secure that back up. Miguel, do you know your height?
It's 5 feet 10 inches.
All right, and how much do you weigh?
I weighed 175.
Okay. Now, Miguel, do you have any piercings?
Piercings? No.
No piercings, none
No.
of that. Do you have any tattoos?
I have one.
One tattoo. Now,
yeah.
you don't have to show me where it's at, but could you describe where it's at and what it is, please?
Yeah, it's right here on my left side of my chest, right here.
All right.
Right above my heart. You know,
Okay.
it's a Puerto Rican flag.
Puerto Rican flag.
Yeah.
All right. Now, what does that mean to you? Why did you decide to have a tattoo put on you?
I mean, it's you know, where I was born. My grandpas are there. You know, grandma, my cousins, my uncles. Everybody's still there, so it's kind of close to my heart.
Absolutely. Well, that's awesome.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm just going to annotate that. And so, Miguel, I have to talk to you about something. The Army is a professional organization, okay, as you
Okay.
can tell. We do not condone nor allow the use of drugs or any type. Have you ever experimented or used any types of drugs to include marijuana, cocaine, any illicit drugs like that?
No.
Have you ever
drugs.
abused any prescription medications or anything like that?
No. My mom, you know, she'll kill me. Number one, and I like being clear on everything I do. You know,
Okay. Now,
kind of straight path.
Miguel, I need to commend you. That's excellent to in this day and age with peer pressure and everything. I think that's great, and I respect you for that. That you haven't tried anything like that.
Okay.
That's excellent.
Thanks.
So, never done any sort of drugs at all, right?
No, not at
Have
all.
you ever broken any bones before?
I broken my forearm.
Okay,
My
your right forearm.
Yeah.
How old were you?
You
remember?
When I broke it, I was probably like 9.
9.
Yeah.
Okay. And we can talk to mom and get some medical records if we need to. Was you were here when you broke?
Yes, right here.
Where did you go to? Elizabethtown
We
Hospital.
went to Elizabeth Memorial. Yeah.
Okay.
Elizabethtown Memorial.
Did you have any surgery with that, or did you just? What did they do?
No, it was just a cast, straight
Okay.
cast for about. I kept it like for close to 2 months, something like that.
Does everything work fine now? It's
Yeah,
all
yeah,
back healthy?
everything's yeah.
It was a while ago, so I'd hope be healed up from it.
Yeah, I had a lot of milk since, so it's all strong again.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Any other broken bones?
No.
Any other surgeries you might have had?
My mom said something about my tonsils being removed.
Tonsils being removed? Okay. Probably when you were a little bit younger.
Yeah, when I was younger. Yeah.
And I'm gonna go over this stuff with your mom
Okay.
to make sure we haven't missed anything, because we need to know everything from birth until now.
Yeah.
Your medical history to make sure there's no surprises. Now, let me also ask you: do you have any allergies to anything?
Allergies? No. I'm
Even to any drugs that you've had, maybe prescribed in the past, if you've been
No.
sick, any allergic reactions? Do you have you ever been diagnosed with asthma?
no.
Take an
no,
inhaler, anything like that?
No. Nothing like that.
All right. Do you have? Let me write that down. Any? Have you ever taken any behavioral medications like for ADD, ADHD, or anything like that?
No,
Ever
never.
been diagnosed with any learning disabilities or anything like that?
No.
Okay. Do you take any other medications on a regular basis?
No.
Okay. So overall, your health pretty healthy.
Yeah. My mom, she cooks very healthy, and
Okay.
we're good. We're good.
All right. One last thing. Are there any scars? Have you ever had any stitches or anything like that? Any scars on your body? Anywhere?
Scars? No. No scars. No.
Right. And now the reason why we ask you these things is because during the process of joining the Army, you'll go through a qualification process where you'd go have something similar to like a basic sports physical, and I can explain that in detail. And that's why I'm asking some of these personal questions. Okay.
All right.
All right. So no scars or anything
No.
significant like that.
Mm-mm.
Okay. So, Miguel, at your high school, we have the junior ROTC program at your high school. Have you ever been enrolled in that program?
No, I can't fit in my schedule, man.
Yeah, you stay pretty competitive.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Have you ever talked to any other recruiters before with the Army or with any other branches?
No, I usually see them and go the other way.
Okay. All
Usually,
right.
yeah.
Well, I feel honored. Thanks for talking to me today.
Hey.
Hey, appreciate it.
Oh no, man. I saw you. I was out. Yeah, it looks okay.
Okay. All right. Now, Miguel, I have to ask you, what have you ever had any law violations from even from your juvenile record, even if it's been expunged, dismissed from your record or anything like that?
I've never been arrested. No.
No?
No.
Have you ever gotten any traffic violations, like a speeding ticket or something like that?
I think I had two speeding tickets.
Think you had
I
two
think.
speeding tickets?
Yeah.
All right. Do you remember around what time frame those might have been? When's start with the most recent
The
one?
most recent, it was this summer.
The summer?
Yeah, it was
Okay.
this past summer. Yeah.
Now, what we can do is we can run police checks, and we're going to on you to ensure accuracy of the information. Do you remember how much the fine might have been for the summer police check?
I think it was close to 125, I think, because I
Ooh.
remember it was a lot of money, and I had to.
Was that with the city, the county?
That was with the sheriff. Yeah.
Oh, okay, so you paid that in Hardin County.
Yeah.
All right, is that all paid off?
Yeah. I had to wash a lot of dishes for that. Yeah.
You work?
Yeah.
How long you been working?
I've been working since I was like 16.
Okay, we'll talk about that more
On
later.
and off.
Okay, washing dishes?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot of dishes for a $120 ticket.
Yeah.
Now, you mentioned I might have had some more. What other law violations have you had? Have you had more speeding tickets?
Yeah. It was. I had. It was a couple months ago, and it was just. I failed to yield and speeding. It was all the same. It was the same
So
thing.
you had an additional speeding ticket and a failure to yield.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are those? Did you just have fines for those?
Yeah. I also paid.
No community service
No,
or anything
no,
like that.
no,
Probation.
Yeah. No. Just.
I see you still have your license. That's good.
Yeah.
I bet
yeah.
Mom wasn't too happy about those.
No, she took the Civic away for like a month.
All
for
fines
that.
are paid on those.
Yeah.
Were those an extreme amount of money? Anything over like $250, $300?
That was
like
that was $225 for that. Yeah.
Wow, for both of those together?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm going to talk to you a little bit more in detail about those later, okay? Because I want to make sure the accuracy, because you're a really smart guy and you might have a lot to be qualified for in the Army or Army Reserves. Talk to me about your high school, though. All right, now I talked to Ms. Johnson about you, your counselor. She says you're a pretty smart guy.
Yeah.
What type of science classes are you taking on right now?
Ms. Johnson, she's all right. She's cool. I'm taking some college level credits for one science, for physics.
Physics, okay.
Yeah,
so you've already done biology and chemistry?
Yeah, I did biology and chemistry, yeah.
And that's college credit as well as dual high school?
Yeah.
Wow, well, outstanding to you. That's tough stuff.
It's tough, man.
What about math? What type of math levels have you
I already done, the little stuff, the algebra and
the geometry.
The geometry and
what
the
about
trig. I already did trig too.
So you're calculus?
So the calculus is the one I'm taking also for college level. Yeah.
Now your first language is Spanish. Do you do any Spanish in
I
school?
do. I'm in Spanish 4 right now. So.
Okay. All right. That's pretty advanced.
Yeah.
Do you help tutor other students and things?
I do. I do tutor. For like an hour after school. So.
Outstanding. Okay. Well, that helps me in kind of getting some information of who you are academically. That sounds great.
Okay.
Sounds like you keep up pretty well with your grades.
Yeah. I got to do it. My mom, she wants me to go to college, and it's something that we've been planning for a long time. So.
All right. Well, funny question. I know you're 18 years old.
Yeah.
You're a senior in high school. Are you married?
No, man. I'm not married. No.
Is there any significant other in your life right now?
I do. I have a girl. I have a girlfriend. Yeah.
All right. What does your mom think of this girlfriend of yours?
She's cool. She's.
Yeah?
I mean, she looks cool. I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Well, if mom likes you, that's a pretty good indication sometimes.
Yeah.
How long have you guys been together?
Man, we've been together for like 6 months, man.
6 months?
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys are getting kind of serious?
Yeah. We're
Okay.
kind of going somewhere, I think.
What does she feel about you pursuing your goals with computers and things?
Oh, she likes it. That's how, actually how we met, because she had a problem with her hard drive, and I kind of took care of that.
Fixed her hard drive?
Yeah.
Got to her heart?
No, it wasn't too hard. No. It was too easy.
Okay, what's her name?
Catalina.
Catalina, do you see marriage down the future someday, maybe?
Maybe way down.
Okay.
Down,
Is she so she's supportive of your computer aspirations? Do you believe that she'd be supportive of you if you decided to pursue the Army Reserve, in achieving those goals?
Yeah, it's possible, because she's very open-minded too.
Okay,
so,
great.
Yeah.
Now, Catalina and you have any children?
No.
Do you have any children with anyone?
No.
Is anyone financially dependent on you for, child support or anything like that, or any way financially?
No.
Okay, so you have no dependents?
No.
All right. Is Catalina pregnant right now?
No.
All right, I have to ask. All right, I know it's uncomfortable.
Yeah, it's okay.
One last subject I want to kind of get into with you. You're a smart guy. I know you're definitely college material. Have you taken the ACTs or SATs?
I already took the ACTs.
You did? Mm-hmm. Okay, do you remember what your score was?
Yeah, I got 29.
A 29.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that's pretty impressive.
Miss Johnson, she kind of,
okay,
helped me out with that.
Awesome, and we're going to get into later about your plan and different aspirations with that. I mentioned to you on the phone about the ASVAB, the Armed Services Vocational Aptitude Battery. What that is an aptitude test to determine what your ability is to learn a specific level 1 of a job, entry level, within the length of time that we teach that. All right, it tests your math, science, your English. All right, and we use what's called the PICAT for that. It's a adaptive test that we administer to you. All right, there's no calculator or anything involved. You have scratch paper. It's a couple hours long. It's pretty competitive, just like the ACT. But what I like to do with you today is put you on the enlistment screening test. All right, take about 20-25 minutes. We can set it up right here, and I can give you some time to work on it, and it will just give me a snapshot of where you're kind of at. Would you be willing to do that today?
Yeah. Do I have to write like an essay, anything like that?
No, there's going to be a couple math and some English sections, some word comprehension, some paragraph comprehension, and then some cross multiplication, solve for X,
okay.
some
All
good
right.
stuff like that, a couple word problems.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, well, let me set you up right now and we'll do that.
Okay.
Miguel,
Yes.
you got an 85 on the enlistment screening
An
test.
85?
An 85.
It's like a B, man. You know?
Miguel, that is not a B. I am super excited about that score. You know why, Miguel?
What is that?
Let me explain you how the ASVAB works.
Because that was an easy test. That was easy.
I can tell that was easy for you. I can tell you that the ASVAB itself, the actual ASVAB, you took a practice test, Miguel.
Okay.
The ASVAB itself runs from 1 to 99. 31 to 49 is
Okay.
entry level into the United States Army. Okay? It's like a high school B range. 50 to 65 is like a high school A range.
Okay.
You got an 85. An 85, Miguel. That is college level math and English competency at the national level. You did outstanding on the ASVAB
Okay.
enlistment screening test. And I can tell you that based on that, coupled with the pre-qualification questions I've asked you, you are qualified to join the United States Army and Army Reserve. How does that make you feel?
All right. I gotta take another test, or this is just with this? I'm qualified with this? Or?
Based on this information, you are qualified at this point to join the United States Army.
Oh, well, I wasn't expecting that. I thought, you know, after you started breaking down the score, I was like, oh, okay, now I feel a little better.
You did extremely well.
Okay.
Now, at this time, I want to talk to you about the Army and some of the programs and the options and benefits that you have available to you based on the information that I've gathered from you so far,
Yeah.
and sharing with you some things about the Army, all right?
Okay.
All right, so first off, I want to talk to you about different ways you can serve in the United States Army and serve your country, all right? We have what's called the active duty Army, and we have the Army Reserve. Now, the active duty Army is something that's full-time pay and benefits, all right?
Yeah.
You're also, during the Army being full-time, you're able to do part-time college, all right, while you're doing a full career.
What do you do?
I do full-time.
Full time?
All right.
Okay.
The Army Reserve still has amazing benefits as well, but it's different from the active duty. The Army Reserve, you're a part-time soldier. You would do your military training and duties 1 week in a month, a Saturday and Sunday of every month, and then also annually during the summertime from anywhere from 2 to 6 weeks with the Army Reserve. All right.
Okay.
That would allow you to be full-time enrolled in college or doing a civilian career path in conjunction with it, the Army Reserve. Based on those two things I described, the active duty full-time Army and the Army Reserve, there's some differences, all right? At this time, do you have an idea of which you would choose?
If anything, if I choose one or the other, I'll probably go with the active duty.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. And why do you think full-time would be better than part-time?
Because as you discussed, some of the, it's like you do right now, some of the benefits of working all the time instead of a part-time,
Well, we're going to discuss some of those options. We're going to talk more in depth about the Army and Army Reserve and how they have different benefits, okay, so that you can make an informed decision, all right?
Okay.
So, I want to talk to you about some of the occupations we have that I think you might be interested in within the Army and Army Reserve, all right? Some of the fields that I think you might be interested in might possibly be in the electronics field or the communications field. And also, absolutely,
Yeah.
working with computers, software, hardware, electronic fields as far as testing weapons and lasers and things that are used for sighting, all different types of things with helicopters. There's all different types of stuff out there. We also have more in the realm of military intelligence. Based on what we've talked about during your pre-qualifications, you might possibly qualify for something that might need a top secret clearance. You know anybody with a top secret clearance?
I've seen it on TV, on the folders, It says top secret.
Did you ever think as an 18-year-old you might possibly step into a career where you have a top secret clearance?
No, I never thought about that.
Okay. The military intelligence community is a great community in the fact that they do a lot of the behind the scenes that saves a lot of lives. All right. They're not direct combat, much like I was in the Army prior to coming out and recruiting. They don't go and fight the bad guys on the front lines or anything like that, but they gather the different types of information and computer and signal technologies that helps us develop and piece together the puzzles to where there might be threats out there in the world. Does that sound like something interesting to you, figuring out how things work and putting the pieces together?
Yeah, yeah. You talk like the people that go in and do all this like spying stuff.
Yeah, maybe a little bit like that.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of different facets to what military intelligence is. But personally, that's something that I see that you might want to look into and that we can research together as to what may be an interest and what might fit with you serving in the United States Army or the Army Reserve. All right?
Yeah, sure.
Let me talk to you about how it is when you join the Army and what happens after you join, okay? So when you join the Army and Army Reserve, I help you as a counselor, as a leader for you, to build up your life electronically in order to present to the Army. You'll also have to go to something called the MEPS, which is a Military Enlistment Processing Center, all right? And you'll have to take like a basic sports physical. They'll screen your background and make sure you're qualified for the career you wish to pursue in the Army, all right?
Okay.
Once you've joined the Army and Army Reserve, you'll swear in to support and defend the United States Army, the Constitution, against all enemies, foreign and domestic, and now you become what's called a future soldier. You'd be a future soldier under my command until you move out into basic training to start your job in the Army. So while you're still a senior in high school, you could join the Army or Army Reserve, and then as a future soldier, we would train you, prepare you, and get you ready for success out there in basic training.
So right now I'm like a future soldier,
Right now you are a young man who is very intelligent, and I'm very excited about talking to you about Army and the Army Reserve. All right? What I need to get you to is where you're a future soldier and you're ready to train under me and work with me. And let me tell you about some of the things that we do in our future soldier program. We teach you how to march. We do physical training with you. All right?
Oh, like those guys at school.
Absolutely. So we show you the different things, how they march. We'll show you how to stand in formations and how to movement, how the military moves. We'll show you different physical activity. Do you work out?
Yeah, I mean, I don't.
I mean, you look in pretty good shape. I mean, do you do any sports?
It's all God-given. I don't go to the gym or anything like that, but I do practice outdoor stuff like, you know, snowboarding. And
you snowboard?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when you snowboard, did you just pick it up and get it just like that?
I didn't.
All right.
No, there's no
you
snow
had to
in Puerto
work
Rico.
towards it. And that's the thing. Miguel, in my future soldier program, you're not going to be trained on how to maybe make it through basic training. We're going to prepare you to be an honor grad, to be the best of the best, to be the valedictorian, just like in high school. You're going to be that in training. You'll have the potential to reach that level based on how we're going to prepare you during our future soldier training program.
Okay.
Don't you want to be the best at what you do?
Yeah, every time.
I want you to too. And that's what we're going to do with you, all right? That's how we're going to move forward with leading you and mentoring you into success in the Army, all right? During the Army, you know, there's many opportunities to travel, see the world, see different cultures, all right? You know, you're from Puerto Rico, you live here in Kentucky, all right? I'm from Connecticut. I've been to many different states in the United States. I've been to Georgia, Alabama, Florida, Montana, all right? It's pretty cold in Montana. Yeah. Also, I've been overseas to Iraq, Afghanistan, Germany, Ireland. There's many different ways you can travel. And you get 30 days of vacation a year, all right? And those 30 days of vacation and active duty is what you use to take and plan trips. And you're still getting your salary every month.
Even if I don't go to work, I still get paid.
If you put in for vacation, you still get a paycheck, all right? You're going, if you're planning trips and fitting that into your schedule and doing that with your unit, you can come home and see your mom, your girlfriend, the holidays.
Yeah.
All right, maybe girlfriend turns into wife. Maybe you and wife might come visit home, visit mom for the holidays or different things like that. Go for different trips in the summertime, all right? Yeah. Do you know anybody that's 18, 19 years old with 30 days of vacation per year?
No.
That you can think of?
No. And I can take those 30 days to go anywhere, like, you know, I don't know.
Absolutely.
maybe somewhere else where more Puerto Ricans, like New York City, for example.
New York City,
Yeah.
absolutely. Now you'd have to inform your chain of command of where you want to go, the people that are in charge of you. Hey, this is where I'd like to go. Let me request this time off, and they fit it into the whole, because we're a team, all right, and we all work together. And just because Miguel is going on vacation, our tasks that we do at our job don't stop. So we're able to transition and plan for those things. Just like when you're building a computer and you're planning, okay, well, I need to build this first and then piece this together. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
We keep it rolling like that.
Okay.
All right. But you have those opportunities to travel, see the world, do different types of stuff, and help different people with whatever you do in the Army, and then also on vacation with seeing the world for a personal standpoint. Okay.
I like that.
All right.
Yeah.
You want to go see New York?
Yeah. I heard it's nice.
Good.
It's a large city and whatnot. Yeah.
In New York, it costs a little bit of money. All right. In New York, or on vacation anywhere, coming home, maybe you want to buy your mother something nice for Christmas. Let me explain to you how stuff is paid for and how our salary system works and how the different benefits work that are in the Army. Okay. So starting out in the Army on the full-time side, you're going to get paid anywhere from $1,500 to $1,700 a month. All right, that's before taxes, and that's a salary for a private to private first class entering into the military. So every time you move up in a rank, you also move up in a pay grade. Okay? Every time you move up in time in service, say you serve for 2 years, you'll get a pay raise. Another 2 years, every 2 years, you'll get a pay raise as well. All right? So that determines what your pay scale is and how you get paid. All right? In addition to that, that's the money that you take home. Let me talk to you about some of the other things the Army pays for in addition to that. All right? Where do we live? Do we just in the Army all day? We just stay at work? No, we go home at the end of the day. Well, for example, one of the places like a single soldier would live would be in the single soldier housing facilities that are on installations, on Army installations.
We don't live in a tent, like.
No, you might do some training where you might stay in a tent or something like that, depending on your job. But you ever been to college before to visit a friend or?
Yeah, I have
like
a couple
that?
of friends in college. Yeah.
Okay, you ever been to the dorms? Seen how they're a lot of our single soldier housing these days are designed exactly similar to really nice dorms. All right, you have your own room, all right, your own furniture provided for by the Army, bed, your armoire, your dresser, your desk, all that good stuff, and then some soldier of the same gender and usually the similar rank as you, possibly in the same unit, will each share like a common area together, like a kitchen area, a bathroom area, something like that.
But not the not the bedroom.
No,
That's
you
my
have your
bedroom.
own space, your own thing to, customize, say your favorite sports team, whatever you want to do.
Okay.
Now that is all paid for by the Army, okay? You don't pay any rent, you don't pay any electrical bill, water, any of that stuff. That's all taken care of. That doesn't come out of your paycheck, okay?
Right.
In addition to that,
It's like being here at home.
exactly,
Yeah.
except mom doesn't have to bear the burden of you leaving the light on
Yeah.
while you've been talking to me for an hour. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know.
I know she works hard for her money.
I know.
All right, so check it out. In addition to that, what do you like to eat, McGill?
Rice, beans, pork chops, yeah.
All right, there's a lot of different types of foods, and there's a lot of different types of people in the Army. And so at our dining facilities, you're going to have 3 square meals a day, and they'll have different menus just like a restaurant would. And it's kind of set up buffet style. You're able to go and pick and choose. Do I want to do something healthy today? A little fast food, a little cheat day, whatever you want to do. And all those meals are free to you, all right?
Wow.
As a single
All
soldier.
3 of them?
Yeah, all 3 meals. As a single soldier, you go there, your breakfast, lunch, and dinner, they're provided for you, all right? So that's something in addition to the housing and to your regular paycheck that you're going to receive, all right? Now let me talk to you a little bit about college. College can be expensive, right?
A little bit, yeah. We're
You got
looking at
that
that
right.
right now.
I've never paid a dime for my degrees, Miguel, and I'm going to show you how. Check this out. Yes, so check this out,
Wow.
all right? So on the active duty side and in the reserve side, there's something called the Montgomery GI Bill. All right.
Okay.
So for someone doing active duty, all right, let me explain to you what's called the post 9/11 GI Bill. what the post 9/11 GI Bill is someone who serves 3 years or more active federal service can maximize on the full potential of the post 9/11 GI Bill. What that offers is full tuition and fees to any state school in the country. If you wanted to go to a private school, it'll pay the cost of the most expensive state school in that state. Tuition and fees, all right? So while serving in the Army active duty, when you transition out, whether it would be after your initial enlistment as a stepping stone in the civilian world, or after doing 10, 15 years, even a full career and retiring in the Army, you'll be able to utilize this Montgomery post 9/11 GI Bill, all right? In addition to paying your tuition and fees, it'll also pay for your housing allowance, all right? Just like a college scholarship might pay for like room and board,
Right.
it'll pay for that as well. So it'll pay what a sergeant would make in that area, in that zip code, if they were married with children for a housing allowance.
Even if I'm not a sergeant?
Absolutely.
Huh.
That's the price point in which it pays you tax-free stipend to live off of and to afford to take care of you or your family while you go to school full time. So like if you went to the University of Louisville, that's $987 a month that you would get tax-free stipend for you a month while attending school full time and the Army paying for your school. You know what you would have to maintain to keep that? A 2.4 GPA. That's only a
man.
C.
Yeah.
So
I don't even know what that is.
So as classes get harder in college, because I know you're going to strive for success. You're not the type of guy to sit back and say, hey, I'll take the easy classes. You want to be the best of the best at what you do, whether it be with computers or whatever else you're interested in.
Absolutely.
You can strive for success and know that, hey, this money is provided for me for the time I've done in the United States Army. Now, coupled with that, we also have what's called our tuition assistance program. All right, what that means is after your initial training of your basic training, all right, that's where everybody goes 10 weeks to basic combat training, regardless of what job you choose in the Army. You go there and you learn how to march, how to shoot, and how to become a soldier, how to transition to a soldier. Then after that, you'd move into your job training, your advanced individual training. That's where you're able to learn your skill set of what you would do in the Army. You understand what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
After that is over and you come to your unit a year after you've been in the Army, you can start utilizing your tuition assistance. Your tuition assistance is $4,000
A month?
a year.
Oh, okay.
$4,000 a year. So while you're getting a full-time pay and benefits salary in the Army, you're going to have $4,000 a year to attend school, and there's some stipulations with that. To attend school, now you can't stockpile it up to go to like Yale or
Can
Harvard
save
or
it for
something like
later?
that. No,
No.
it's something that you use progressively throughout your career while you're in. All right. So if you say we're in for 4 years and served in the active duty Army, that's $16,000 worth of college money that you could use. All right. If you did 4 years of tuition assistance, you know what I'm saying?
That's a lot of money.
In addition to that, you can take that coupled with your military training that you've done. The military training you've done is going to also transfer into college credit. I received 64 college credits just off my military training towards my first degree. 64 college credits that I was paid for by the Army as a salary to attend different training and attend different skills for me to grow as a soldier. I was also able to capitalize on towards my civilian education.
Do they give me this money? Like they say, hey, here you go. Thank you. This is your money for this year.
That's a great question, McGill. Here's what they do with the tuition assistance. The tuition assistance you file for, and it pays to the college. As you sign up for your tuition assistance in line with a college you want to attend. So say, you get off work in the Army and your buddies are like, hey man, let's go out, we're going on this snowboarding trip this weekend. Hold on, I got to knock out some homework assignments, Friday night. I'll come meet up with you guys Saturday, we'll have some fun. I have some projects to do with, say, some online college or at an education center at the installation of the Army installation you're at.
Okay.
All right? On the reserve side, we have the similar thing. All right? On the reserve side, you're obviously not going to get paid the same full-time pay and benefits as doing it full-time active duty. On the reserve, with the pay for your drill weekends, and then and that again is based off a scale versus on your rank and your time in service. But let's talk about the Reserve Select GI Bill. All right, based on the current rates of what we pay to our reservists with the rate of colleges, all right, plus with possible kickers and different things that we can upgrade your college amount to, all right, with the reserves, you could make up to $718 a month for 36 academic months that will come straight to you, not the college, to then in turn pay for your schooling. All right.
So instead of that right there, every month, this is what I make right here.
This is what you would be doing for while fully enrolled into college. This is the what you could potentially use to go to school with, and that's in addition to any civilian and FAFSA and other stuff that you
So
could
I
receive.
still get the others. Yeah, okay.
Absolutely. So this is a tool to allow you to grow in your civilian education while serving in the Army Reserve, and that $4,000 tuition assistance upon 1 year completion of time in the reserves after graduation from your initial training is also available to you, $4,000 a year coupled with that. And there's many other benefits and things that are attached to specific
But I get
job
that. I get
fields.
that no matter what. Either one of them, I get it.
That's correct. That's
Okay.
correct. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Now, let's talk about after the Army or Army Reserve, whenever that might be. All right. Whenever you transition into the civilian world. Okay. When you transition to the civilian world, that training, those benefits, the college money, all that stuff towards that degree transfers over, and you would also be privy to something called the Concurrent Admissions Program. Now, the Concurrent Admissions Program, once you're a future soldier, I will sign you up for. All right, I will sign you up for at least 5 colleges and get you concurrently enrolled into colleges that will be able to track you and progress and communicate with you throughout your career, so that when you decide to enroll with them full time, you can transfer your military training college credits into those schools.
Any college that I want?
Yes, well, we have partners within the Concurrent Admissions Program. There's over 1,700 partners of colleges and universities, anywhere from private Catholic colleges to state colleges and universities, down to specialty colleges, as far as for getting, some people want to do flight training, or they want certifications in, say, welding or in JavaScript or something you might be interested in with computers, all right? So they pay different money and different things into that, and your military training transfers into college credits towards those civilian degrees. Because let me tell you, Miguel, I'm sure,
like the 64 that you had?
exactly.
Yeah.
So for instance, Miguel, your experience that you gain in the Army, coupled with the civilian education that you can receive in any path that you choose, can lead towards success to you in the future. And you know how it leads to that success? The PAYS program. That's called the Partnership for Youth Success. That is a program that the United States Army established to team up with Fortune 500 companies across the country, as well as other government and law enforcement agencies who want to hire veterans, people that served in the Army and are transitioning out into the civilian world.
Wow.
Once you're part of the Army team, you're always part of the Army team, and we make sure we take care of that after you've served your country in the Army.
The experience that I have now from my job, does that go into the Army as well, or how does that
Washing
go?
dishes?
Right, yeah.
No, it does not, Miguel.
It does not transfer? Because I've been doing it for a while. I'm real good at it.
I'm sorry to hear that. Many people have worked dishes for a long time, and what they found is sometimes you have to take that extra step
Okay.
in order to progress in life and get to your goals and what you want to do.
Big old pots and pans, I can do those in no time. You know?
How long have you been working there? A couple years?
A couple of years, yeah.
Do you see yourself working there your whole life?
Oh, no.
You
I was
got
trying to
bigger
get some
dreams and
experience.
goals.
I was trying to get some experience from that.
It helps when you have some gas money to ride
Yeah,
Mom's Civic.
The Civic, yeah.
You got to take your girlfriend out somewhere nice. You need to scrub a
Yeah.
lot of pots and pans. This will help you take her somewhere a little bit nicer. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Provide something better for yourself and for those you care about. All right?
That sounds
So,
good.
out of the things we've talked about the Army, did you learn some things you didn't know about the Army?
Yeah, I learned a lot. I learned about that money for college, and the retirement thing sounds good.
And you know, we talked about a lot of different things about the Army and the Army Reserve, and we're going to talk a little bit more about them. But first, what I want to do is I want to get into what your goals are for education and for what your short-term and your long-term goals are and what you want to do and what your passions in life. So that's what we're going to kind of get into a little bit next, okay?
Okay.
So Miguel, tell me a little bit more in depth about what your goals are with college and then into the future. You had mentioned getting a college degree.
Yeah.
What type of degree do you think you
Yeah,
want?
I'm looking at a general studies right now.
Okay, just to knock out that for the first
Yeah,
couple
knock
years.
out all those basic courses out of the way.
Where are you looking at attending college?
I've been looking at 2 different institutions. I've been looking at University of Louisville
Okay.
and also Western Kentucky University.
Have you researched what for in-state what the general cost would be per year for tuition for that?
Per year for University of Louisville, it's probably going to be around, I don't know, man, probably like, I think I saw something about 10 G's every year.
Mm-hmm. I actually am familiar with some of the universities and colleges here. I am a career counselor for the Army and need to know
So you're going to give me a
different
discount?
things. No, what I'm going to tell you is, Miguel, is that it's actually not $10,000. It's currently $14,500 a year just for tuition and fees at Louisville. University of
man.
Louisville.
That's a lot
That's
of
just
money.
the tuition, though.
Yeah.
That's if you commuted every day, somehow magically with Mom's Civic or something.
No,
Room and board there.
Mom needs a Civic.
Okay, Mom needs a Civic. You're going to be
Yeah.
in school full time. For in-state room and board to live there at the campus, which is usually what they prefer when you get accepted to the university,
Yeah.
at least for your freshman and sophomore year before they start letting you live off post, you're looking about $8,700 per year for room and board as well.
On top of those,
On top of the
14,000.
$14,500. This is for general studies, okay? The price can increase with other different things once you decide a major, okay?
Yeah.
So for your junior, senior year, for sure, it's going to step it up a little bit, okay?
Nah, man, that's a lot of money.
Yeah, so, you're looking at about $23,000 a year for college, and that's not, believe it or not, Miguel, I know that's a lot of money. That's not that bad. You take...
It's not that bad. I make like $122 a week.
Miguel, I want you to be successful. I want you to achieve these goals. So let's keep going and see if we can help you solve some of these problems. See if the Army and Army Reserve can help you deal with this, okay?
Okay.
All right, so
sure.
don't get discouraged. So this is times 4 years, all right, we'll just say, and you've got your bachelor's degree. What type of a degree you want to eventually attain, at least at the bachelor level first?
Well, my intent is to get a electronic engineering degree.
Okay.
So
All right. And I would also encourage you, an electronic engineering degree is great. Also, if you want to get more into the software side of things, look at coding and different certifications and different Java and things like that. A lot of those are very specified in the realm of
I
technology
have my
as
Microsoft
well.
certification already. Yeah.
Okay, you did that through North Hardin's high school program.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
excellent.
Yeah.
And you've taken those college classes right now, those dual high school college classes.
Yeah.
That will help you in to the college as well, as far as getting a leg up.
Yeah.
And now that's with the University of Louisville. However, West Kentucky will also accept those high school college credits as well.
Okay.
So electronical engineering. Now, there's the bachelor's degree. There's also a master's degree program for that. All right, they actually have a special 5-year program. Normally, a master's is about 6 years. They have a 5-year program that it's pretty intense. You have to go on an internship over the summer between your 4th and 5th year. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Do you see yourself going further? Or are you going to stop at about $90,000 of debt for college? Are you going to keep going?
I think that's high enough debt for me. Yeah.
All right. All right, we're gonna look at the bachelor's degree right now.
Yeah,
all right.
for right now,
So for
yeah.
this, your short-term goal should probably be, you told me on the phone you've already started applying. That's kind of a short-term goal towards being accepted now. It's January. By the end of this month, maybe into February, you start hearing letters back from those colleges.
Yeah, I got my toes closed right now.
Okay, I got you. You're trying.
Yeah.
Hey, you are way ahead of the game, a matter of fact, than a lot of other people out there. And that's why I like you, Miguel, your maturity and your realization that you have to be on top of the tasks that you need to do to achieve your goals. I really respect that about you.
I really appreciate you.
Let's talk about, we talked about your tuition and your living expenses at college, all right?
Uh-huh.
While you're at college, and getting to this level, this bachelor's degree, what do you think some of the other expenses you're going to have to include with this? Are you going to have a cell phone?
Yeah, I gotta
You got
have
to
a
call
cell
your girlfriend.
phone.
You got to say hi to mom. Is mom going to
Yeah.
pay for that? Do you think you're going to have a job while
No,
you're fully
I gotta
enrolled?
have a job.
So while you're fully enrolled, getting an electrical engineering degree, you're going to have some sort of
Yeah.
job.
I was thinking that maybe I can get a transfer from Cracker Barrel. That's why. That's why I do that.
Wash dishes at Cracker
Yeah.
Barrel, move up to Louisville.
Yeah, move to Louisville. Get a transfer.
Dishwashing, you might want to look at something a little bit different as well, though.
Yeah.
All right, how much do you make right now dishwashing?
$122 a week.
Okay.
I only work.
Before taxes?
Before taxes,
That
it's
take
like
home.
it's like 152. Yeah.
Okay, so this is take home. You got 120 bucks.
Yeah, 120 bucks.
Okay,
Yeah.
and you right now just work part time while you're in high school, right?
Yes.
Are you gonna probably have to continue part time while you're fully enrolled in college too, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely.
So all right, so that's it's about 500 bucks a month.
Yeah.
Okay, that's all right. So we've got that going to the good. Let's talk about some things we might have to spend with that. All right.
Yeah.
What's your plan for getting a vehicle? Being able to drive. Does your girlfriend have a car? I mean, how are you gonna get around?
Not yet. No. Plus, she's going to UK.
Okay, so you
Yeah.
might have to drive past here down to over to UK as well. I mean,
Yeah.
all right, I see. So what's she going for?
She's actually going for a business administration.
Business administration degree.
Yeah.
Okay, that was my first degree.
Yeah.
That's what I call that degree. I can say this because I have that degree. That's I don't know what I want to do yet degree.
But
that's okay.
Maybe she don't know. Yeah.
That's all right. So $500 is what you'll about be pulling in a month, hopefully. And then you're gonna have to drive, commute. You're gonna have to look at some sort of car,
Yeah.
the fuel. All right. With car, what do we need to be able to legally drive on the road?
Insurance.
Do you know how much your mom pays for your insurance?
My mom, she pays right now.
You might not know exactly.
Yeah, it's around. I hear all the time about 175.
Okay. And there's a lot of costs associated with that. All right. Can you agree, Miguel, that it's going to be pretty expensive for at least the first few years to do what you want to do?
Yeah, and that's on top of this, no?
Are you going to have, that's on top of this, are you going to have much time to snowboard? Any time to travel?
Nah, man, there's
Okay.
no snowboarding.
So at the end of the day, you come out the gate after 4 years, about 82%, the last statistic showed, is people that graduate with a bachelor's degree at 6 years.
I thought it was a 4-year degree.
It is.
Yeah.
There are things in life that happen, Miguel. All right, now you are above your peers as far as academics, but there's other things in life, other things that might slow you down a little bit from pursuing that.
Yeah.
Not saying it'll happen to you, but let's just base this off 4 years, you get this degree. All right? Now where are you going to work? Look for a computer engineering company.
Yeah,
Something
definitely.
like that. Okay, so usually schools have programs for that. So we move into a school program that gets you an internship or maybe a entry-level position. You're going to have to work there, Miguel, at least about 2 years before you get that sort of experience from a 4 years of a college degree and 2 more years of entry-level experience to kind of build up to where you'll be a little bit more comfortable. Because what happens once you stop going to college? What do you have to then pay back, say, if you took out loans?
Those 90,000 right there.
Yeah. You have to start paying back those student loans, that money that you borrowed.
Mm-hmm.
We have to be accountable for what we do in life, okay?
Yeah.
So 4 years of college, 2 years of maybe entry-level experience, boom, we're at that mark. So it's 2016. So by, 6 years from now, we're looking at you kind of,
22.
maybe looking at doing something, okay? Doing something, establishing yourself in your career. Hopefully this is what you really, really want to do, okay? So that's your plan. Would we agree? That's the plan that you've laid out for me. That's the plan right now.
Yeah, it might be missing a comma and a 0 here and there, but yeah.
There might be a couple more zeros
Yeah,
on there,
yeah,
right?
That's my plan.
Okay. Well, I understand many people have a plan similar to this that are in your shoes. So Miguel, we highlighted some of the programs and options that are available to you in the Army. Then we went over your plan as it stands now, all right?
Mm-hmm.
and what you plan to do through college.
Plan is pretty good.
And you talked about 4 years
Yes.
and about at least $90,000 in debt, possibly student loans,
Yeah.
to get that 4-year bachelor's degree in electronic engineering. Then we talked about how important experience is coupled with your civilian degree, and how you're going to need at least 2 years entry-level experience with that. You're looking at about 6 years time frame before you're in a comfort zone and you really start to kick off your career. All right? Let me talk to you about the Army Reserve and how what we spoke about earlier can fit into some of this plan. Generally speaking, someone that joins the Army Reserve signs up for 6 years. 6-year initial commitment, the same amount of time here.
Right.
With the Army Reserve, your plan can just about mirror what you want to do. The only difference is, in the beginning, you'll go out for a short period for your active time of basic training and your advanced individual training.
Where would I go with that?
You know, for basic training and AIT, it really depends on what job field you choose. All right. We have many different locations. All right. We've got a couple locations for basic training, and then we have a multitude of locations based on your job set. And we can get more into that when we look at your job options and stuff. Okay.
Right.
When you return from your initial training, you'd be in the reserves, part-time, and do 4 years of full-time school. All right?
Okay.
But you would have your tuition assistance and you would have your Reserve Select GI Bill. In addition to your FAFSA, in addition to any civilian scholarships that as a future soldier I would be allowed to mentor you and help you with achieving, all right?
Okay.
Which would still be able to be utilized during that time. That would cut a big portion of that student loans out, wouldn't it?
That's a big number.
That's a big number. That would chop that down anywhere from, you know, $25,000 to $35,000 possibly, okay? In addition to that, this entire 6-year period, what would you be in? You'd be in the Army Reserve, right?
Right.
You'd be getting that military experience that employers are looking for on a part-time basis, coupled with doing this. Now, you're going to get paid based on the pay scale for an Army Reservist for 1 week in a month, and then during the summertime, like when you were on summer break from school, and you would get paid during that training, and I'll show you that on a pay scale. But that money that you're going to have, don't you think that will reduce the amount of dishwashing you have to do at Cracker Barrel?
Yeah, I mean, I don't even make close to what I would make with the reserves every 2 weeks or every month. Yeah.
So that is a viable plan for you. This is something that you can see as helping achieve your goals.
I still get the $4,000 right here, right?
You get the tuition assistance along with the Reserve Select GI Bill. Okay. That's a benefit to you. Now let me also talk to you about the active duty side. Now on the active duty side, let's say you join your initial enlistment for 4 years. 4 years of full-time active duty experience.
Okay.
In the Army, can you pick a job based on what you're qualified and what a job vacancy exists?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So if we find a field in the Army that relates to what your goals are in life in the civilian world, you'll get 4 years of experience, cutting edge technology and experience in the United States Army.
Okay.
If you did your initial term of service, after that 4 years, you could transition into the civilian world. Let's talk about that 4 years. Full-time in the Army, plus your military training, doing part-time college with your tuition assistance, you could knock out at least 2 years of your college, your general studies while you're in the Army part-time. Now that transition into the civilian world, remember we talked about the concurrent admissions program, Miguel?
Yeah.
You could use the concurrent admissions program, go to the University of Louisville, they would accept your college credits and your 2 years worth of college you've done part-time while serving full-time, knock out an additional 2 years. What would this money be paid with, that 2 years of college? How would we pay for that?
That's that money that you talk about after you get out.
The post 9/11 GI Bill.
Yeah, that.
So the post 9/11 GI Bill could pay for those additional 2 years, and you could have your bachelor's degree at the same time, that 6-year time period in the civilian world. However, the difference would be the experience. instead of a 4-year degree and a bunch of student loans, you would have a civilian degree, 4 years of tuition, 4 years of military experience. You used your tuition assistance and your GI Bill, and you have your bachelor's degree, but instead of having debt, you can get 2 degrees with the post 9/11 GI Bill.
And you say then here I get paid twice a month, right?
Twice a month, salary, full pay and benefits, active duty in the Army. When you transition out, you would get your bachelor's degree, and you'd be able to have money left over in that post 9/11 GI Bill to seek out your master's degree as well. Now, when you're done with your bachelor's degree, who would hire you that we spoke about that might be someone out there? There's Fortune 500 companies out there, right? We call that the Partnership for Youth Success.
Right.
That's with Fortune 500 companies. There's also something called Heroes to Hire, which is an organization developed and created by Army Reservists that could help you transition into the civilian sector, that are looking for soldiers like yourself that served your country in the Army for honorable service. What do you think of that active duty plan?
Oh man, that's a good plan. I mean, I like it.
Do you see any debt in that plan, Miguel?
Debt?
Debt.
Nah, man.
You don't see that $90,000.
Nothing but money on that one.
Okay. Do
Yeah.
you see an excess of experience, Miguel?
No, I see it. I see the training. I see how it transferred. I see all that, man. Yeah. It's a good plan.
Miguel, based on what we've all discussed today, your plan, your plan combined with the Army Reserve, and also with the active duty Army,
right?
What do you see as something that could benefit you in achieving your goals?
I think.
Do you see the Army Reserve or the active duty as a benefit to you?
I see the active duty benefits me, or the reserve benefits me too, but this one benefits me a little more, I think.
So if you had to choose between the Army Reserve and the active duty, you're saying that the active duty would be your best choice?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Okay. Miguel,
Yeah.
you chose the regular Army, the active duty Army.
Absolutely, yeah.
Tell me why you chose the regular Army.
I mean, this right here, it just shows me all that money I'm gonna get. You know, twice a month I'm gonna get paid. It's gonna be more than what I make right now. Plus, on top of that, I get the money for college right there for the whole year.
Tuition assistance.
Yeah, tuition assistance. Then I get all this experience right here. Then we're talking about right here after the Army years or whatnot. I still get money for more college if I need it. So yeah, that's a great option there.
That's a great option.
Yeah.
Based on what we spoke about today and how the regular Army can help you achieve your goals.
Yeah.
Are you ready to join the Army right now?
Oh no, man, no. No.
Obviously, Miguel, you got a reason for saying that. Could you tell me why?
Well, I mean, all my peers are going to college, and I don't want to fall behind them.
You don't want to fall behind your peers.
Yeah, no.
So what you're saying is, you don't want to do the regular Army at this time because you don't want to fall behind your peers that want to do the same thing as you.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
If you didn't have to fall behind your peers by doing the regular Army, then would you join the Army? If you didn't have to fall behind?
Yeah, I would do it if I didn't have to fall behind them.
You know, Miguel, I understand how you feel. Many people have felt this same way before, and those fears of, I'm going to do something different. I'm going to do something different from my peers. I might fall behind from my peers. I've showed you how that is not going to happen. I've showed you how the Army is actually going to enhance you into getting ahead of your peers with the level of experience, the quality of life, the Montgomery GI Bill and tuition assistance, the salary, pay, and benefits, and then on the back end, the partnerships you're going to have and how you're going to be very wanted by the civilian world because of that time you've spent doing something different from your peers.
Yeah.
Do you see that too?
Yeah, I see it. Yeah.
Based on what we're talking about here and how you're not going to fall behind from your peers, but actually excel forward through surpassing them with the potential of joining the United States Army, are you ready to join the active duty Army right now today?
You know what? I don't know what I was thinking, man. Let's do it.
You ready to do it?
Absolutely.
Miguel, I think you made a great decision. I'm really proud of you. I'm privileged to be able to serve with such a great young man, and I look forward to working with you.
Thank you, Sensei.
Miguel, based on you deciding to join the United States Army
This
today,
is exciting. This is exciting.
I'm going to talk about the schedule and
Okay.
how we're going to move into getting you into the United States Army. So
Okay.
today is Thursday. On Monday next week, you get off school at 3 p.m., right?
Yes,
We call
after PE. Yeah.
All right, we call that 1500 military time. I'm going to
Okay.
meet you here at 3:30 on Monday at your house, all right?
Okay.
And we're going to fill out your enlistment packet.
Okay.
We're going to select for you a temporary reservation for a job you're going to be able to pull. And we're going to
okay.
plan for you to go to the MEPS
Okay.
to be able to join later next week on Thursday. All right?
Oh,
You're gonna,
that's quick.
You're going to
Yeah.
finish the packet, the testing, take the physical, the sports physical we told you about, and all that stuff. I need to make sure all your source documents we talked about, your birth certificate, your social security card, driver's license,
Yeah.
are there with us on Monday. I'm
Yes.
going to bring your high school letter from Ms. Johnson
Yeah.
and the high school
I'll give
transcript
her a heads up.
and the police checks. We'll get everything done. We're going to make sure your mom's present when we go over these forms. And then we'll be good to go. And then
Okay.
by Thursday next week, a week from now, Miguel,
Okay.
you're going to be part of the Army team.
I'm gonna be a soldier.
You're going to be a future soldier in the United States
Future
Army.
soldier,
All
yeah.
right?
I like that. Yeah.
All right? Now check it out. As a future soldier, I'll
Uh-huh.
go over this more during an orientation I'll have with you.
Okay.
But as a future soldier, you're going to have requirements to meet with us on a weekly basis. Is how we run things. Every
Okay.
Thursday afternoon after school. All right? From 3:30 to 4:30.
Okay.
All right?
Gotta be here.
That'll be at our recruiting office. We're not all going to come to your house, Miguel.
Oh, okay.
But we're going to
Okay.
go to the recruiting office. We're going to link up. We're going to talk about marching, instruction, some physical
Oh, like
fitness.
those guys from the school.
Exactly.
Okay. All right.
Any questions about our plan? When's the next
No.
time we're meeting?
Monday,
At what time?
3:00.
3:30. 3:30.
3:30.
Okay. So check it out. I'm going to send you a text so you can add it to your phone calendar.
Yes.
All right. Now,
Thank
I have my paperwork here. I have something for you, though, to congratulate you on deciding to become part of the Army team.
Oh man.
This is an Army Strong t-shirt. You take care of this. This is for you to keep.
Okay.
This is for you to wear.
In school? Can I wear in school?
I want you to wear it to the MEPS processing station. I want you to wear it to the future soldier functions when we come. All right. And
Okay.
you can wear this to school as well.
Okay.
All right.
That's gonna be
Now
awesome.
let me ask you something.
Okay.
We learned a lot today about the Army, right?
I did. Yeah.
What other people are out there that you know and friends that you have that have similar maybe goals, passions as you, however, haven't looked into the Army that I might be able to talk to, Miguel?
I have my best friend. I mean,
What's your best friend's name?
I call him Ed. You
Ed?
know, he got a long name, but he's Ed.
Ed?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's Ed's last name?
Alvarado. A-L-V-A.
Fit guy, tall guy like you?
No, he's short.
Okay.
He might be a little bit out of shape. He wears a little mustache up here. But I'm
Okay.
gonna tell him he's gonna have to shave that.
How do you spell Alvarado?
A-L-V-A-R-A-D-O.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's a good guy, though.
Yeah, no, yeah,
He's a
he's
good friend
solid,
of
man.
yours?
He's a good guy.
He's just
a good
short?
guy.
Okay.
He's smart, but he's just short. Yeah.
Okay. What are his plans?
He's going to community college. He's very excited about that.
He's almost as smart as you, but going to a community college?
Yeah, yeah.
All
He's
right,
not
I need
up
to
there
talk-
with
I
me.
need to talk to Ed. Do you have Ed's number?
Yeah, it's 917-229-9292.
Does Ed get out of school the same time as you?
Yeah, we got out at the same time. We're not in the same class. He takes home ec at the last period.
Sewing and cooking?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm making dresses for Barbies and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
So after he's complete with his home ec, he gets off the same time as you.
Mhm.
I'm going to give him a call tomorrow afternoon. If you see him today,
Yeah.
tonight, or tomorrow.
Yeah,
you
I'm
let
gonna text
know,
him
"Hey,
right
man,
after this, yeah."
Sergeant Seymour, talk to me.
Yeah.
When he calls you, answer the phone. You need to talk to this guy.
Yeah.
Sound like a plan?
Yeah, sounds like a plan. I let
Awesome.
him know. So
All right, so I'm going to give Ed a call. I'll see you on Monday.
yeah.
All right? It was a pleasure meeting with you.
Hey,
Thanks for
pleasure
inviting
was
me out to
mine.
the
Thank
house.
you.
You have a great day. We'll see
All
you
right,
on Monday.
Sergeant Seymour. Thank you.
All right.
All right, bye.